I remember the first time, or at least one of the first times that I met Ken, when we actually had some kind of conversation, and that was when we did the Hood to Coast relay back in probably 1998, if I remember correctly. And we were sitting down and talking, and I don't know if I was asking him some questions or he was just offering some information, but I remember him talking about stuff that he was reading and the books that he was reading. And mind you, the type of books I read are really kind of like nonfiction, current day, Kennedy assassination, or some self-help book, stuff like that. And Ken's reading this, I think it was either Kant or, one of these old philosophers, might even have been a Germanic, religious philosopher. And I was so taken aback by this because I thought, how interesting. That's something that, first of all, I would never read. And it gave me an insight into Ken, which over the years has been solidified by the fact that he's not just reading this periodically, but he reads this kind of stuff all the time. And has, as a result, a way of thinking that, while maybe different from me and I may think of as quirky, it's really quite expanded from where I am. So I think of you, Ken, partly as this person who has really a different perspective, and a really valuable different perspective, which I sometimes think is quirky also, but a real dimension that I admire and don't also have myself. And the other thing that really comes to my mind from over the years of doing things with you is your athleticism, your how good of an athlete that you are. And when when we would do these Hood to Coast relays, I don't know how much training you were doing. I was kind of led to believe that it wasn't really a lot. And I was training all the time for triathlons. And you and I were probably the two best runners on that Hood to Coast 2 years of the relay that we did there. And you were always faster than me. And swimming and biking, always better than me. And I was just quite amazed that somebody who didn't appear to really train at all was such a great athlete. So another thing that I really admire about you, and you're also humble about it. It's not something that you make to be your image or personality or ego. It's you're quite a refreshing personality in that respect, and I really appreciate that in you. So those are the things that come to mind when I currently think about Ken and how I've gotten to know you over the probably 15 years or so that I've known you. Okay, just a couple of things of note for my